Good evening, everyone. Mimi here from Az'uel's Connections. So I just stopped by to talk to everybody tonight about self-esteem and self-awareness. How much have we heard about these two things? So I want y'all to know we're going to talk about it on a women's aspect tonight, right? Every woman who appears to have great self-esteem, let me let y'all know they don't have great self-esteem. Every woman who talks and appears to be self-aware is not self-aware. People are really great at wearing these masks, right? And covering up and putting a little bit of hidden to who they really are, okay? To have self-esteem that is great, you have to first have self awareness. You have to be aware of who you are, what your flaws are, and you have to be able to embrace all of them from the beginning to the end. You have to own your self respect. You have to walk in your truth, and you have to exude positive energy. Okay? You do not always have to be perfect. You do not always have to feel okay, but you'd at least have to be aware of who you are and how you are feeling. Same thing with self-aware. Self-aware is just to be aware of who you are, aware of what you need, aware of what you don't like, aware of your boundaries, okay? Self-awareness helps us get to where we need to get to in life. A lot of people cover that up. A lot of people will put on makeup, perfume, um, and pretend like everything is perfect in their life and everything is not wrong. And guess what? That lack of self esteem and that lack of self awareness shows up in our life choices. It shows up in the partners that we choose. It shows up in the attitudes that we carry. It shows up if you're running around with your butt and your titties hanging out all the time, showing off your body to the world, because that shows exactly how much self respect and self esteem that you have for yourself. So I wanted to continue to talk a little bit about this, and I want y'all to listen to me and let me tell you something. You draw in what you bring into your environment. The energy that you radiate is what draws people and things in. And if you do not have self awareness, you will draw in all types of leeches, low down, dirty, doggy, nasty people who will use you, abuse you, and tear you down if you let them. Take the time and make yourself self aware. Love who you are, love where you have been, and love yourself for where you are going. I cannot say enough time that your lack of self awareness, no matter how fine you think you are, will keep getting you in trouble. Okay? So let's start with a couple of tips that will tell you what you can do to become more self aware, to go with your self esteem, or to build your self esteem and your self awareness. Number one is going to be for you to write down everything that you have accomplished so far, everything that you have done so far, and write down how far you have come since you have done all those things, and celebrate yourself. However, that may be a pat on the back, a glass of wine, your favorite candy bar, sleeping in, whatever it may be. Celebrate yourself. Step two is going to be to look in the mirror and to remind yourself how fine you are and how much you deserve the best. On your worst days, remember you're fine. On at your worst moments, remember you deserve the best. And then step three is going to remember when you are having a moment where you are doubting yourself. We all have it. No matter how great life is going, there is something that happens at some point every week that makes us doubt ourselves, whether it's challenges with children, challenges with partners, stuff we're dealing with at work, whatever. We question and we doubt ourselves at times. When you have those moments of doubt, remind yourself that you are great and back that doubt with a positive thought, okay? I'm going to give you a few affirmations that you can use when you have those negative thoughts. You can say things like, I am beautiful. I can be anything. I have done well, and I can control my joy. You can say all of them. You can actually include them as a part of your morning routine. When you get up and you're in the mirror and you brushing your teeth, you don't wash your mouth out, flip your hair, bounce your hair, do all that great stuff, and remind yourself how great you are. We are living in times where support and encouragement is very important for ourselves and also for the other women and people around us. Having that support is very good and something that we can have. There is a community out there that is hosted by my cousin Chastity Chapman, and the group is Let Us Women Stand Together. I will post a link to the group in the comment. This is a wonderful group for you to be in. It's a great sisterhood that provides support. It keeps you encouraged. You can get some positive affirmations. You can vent when it comes to the reality of being a woman, a parent, a wife, a girlfriend, single, or whatever it is. And there's also many other great aspects of the group. So that's all that I have for you guys this evening. Remember, in order to have great self esteem, you need to be self aware. And you cannot have one without the other. And sometimes when you think you're fine, that does not make your self esteem great. And sometimes when you think you are self aware by saying, oh, I know my toxic traits, honey, ain't nothing cute about a toxic trait. Get rid of that crap. Get that toxic thing and kick it out the window somewhere, because you may be aware of your toxic trait, but it's not cute. Become self-aware and be self-aware by taking care of those bad things and turning it into a positive thing. Everyone have a great night. And of course, always follow me on Instagram, Az'uel's_connections1, or Facebook, Az'uel's Connections, YouTube, Az'uel's Connections. Please always feel free to drop your comments and continue to hit me in the inbox what topics you would like for me to cover, or any questions, concerns, or coaching needs that you may have. Good night, everyone.